3 weeks to play, the American League West lead hangs in the balance. And the two teams battling for that lead are separated by a game and a half in the standings and 300 miles of I-45. In the 40 years the state of Texas has had two professional baseball teams, there's never been a bigger series between them. Tonight at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas, your Texas Rangers welcome the Houston Astros to begin a 4-game Lone Star series. More than just the state bragging rights are on the line tonight. Texas Rangers baseball is presented by AT&T Uverse TV. Now, a beautiful evening here at Globe Life Park in Arlington. There is a hint of fall in the air, and this 4-game series between your Rangers and the Astros may go a long way in determining which of these two teams continues on into the fall. And the standings as we begin play tonight, the Astros a game and a half better than the Rangers. They are 1 game ahead in that all-important loss column. So these 4 games with that lead hanging in the balance should go a long way in determining the Western Division front runner. Welcome in, everyone, along with Tom Green, Steve Busby. Glad you could join us for this Monday night of Ranger Baseball, the first of 4 in a crucial series with the Astros. And, Tom, if the past has been any indicator, this should be a very good series that the Rangers have had good success in.
I think, that's true. The Rangers have played some of their best baseball against the Astros, who all season long have been the best team in the American League West. They've pitched well against the Astros. They've outscored them. They've out-hit them 278 to 239, almost a run per game better. And their ERA is better than the Astros. Remember, the Astros statistically have the best pitching staff in the American League, but against the Rangers, at times they've struggled. Hopefully that will hold true tonight.
And the Rangers staff has been fortified of late, as we'll see as this series unfolds here at Globe Life Park in Arlington. Rangers raring to go. It's red out at Globe Life Park. Cole Hamels on the hill in the opener tonight. We'll come back with the starting lineups at the first pitch right after this on Fox Sports Southwest. only at your Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. By AT&T U-verse TV. U-verse has more live TV channels on the go than cable. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And a breezy, comfortable evening here at Globe Life Park. Ranger red in evidence all throughout the ballpark. Ranger fans hoping for a great series as they host the Astros for 4 big games tonight through Thursday. Before we get things started in Game 1, let's head down and check in with Emily Jones.
Well, that's safe to say this is the most important series that these two teams have played against each other. If you were going to give an edge to the Rangers, it would probably be in the experience department. So many guys who have been in big-time situations in the playoffs and in the pursuit of the playoffs. Mike Napoli among those.
I think staying loose and be able to be yourself and do what you do on the field, by staying within yourself and do what you're supposed to. As long as everyone's not trying to do too much and is able to pass it on to the next guy, or this guy's picking up this guy. So you just got to stay the same. Sometimes it's hard. The situation is right in front of you, and it's an exciting time. But I think being able to control your emotions and just be yourself and play the game like you know how to.
And so much of what Knapp said evidenced in the clubhouse today, especially a pivotal series, as we've talked about, between these two teams, but things as loose as ever in that room among the guys. You did feel a certain buzz that was surrounding the clubhouse because there has been so much anticipation leading up to this series, but definitely no pressure or tenseness about the situation. A lot of fun and frivolity, as we've come to expect from these Texas Rangers, Buzz.
All right, Ed, thank you. Good stuff. And, yeah, it should be interesting to see how these two teams react, two teams that are drastically different from one another. Well, Cole Hamels out there, and Tom's going to tell you now about the Astros lineup that he will face.
Well, he'll start off by facing right fielder George Springer. Jose Altuve will bat second. He leads the American League with 174 hits and 37 stolen bases. Carlos Correa is the third hitter. He has 18 home runs, second most by a shortstop before the age of 21 in baseball history. Jed Lowry is fourth. Kobe Rasmus is fifth. Evan Gattis is sixth. He's third in the major leagues with 9 triples. Hank Conger, the catcher, is seventh. Luis Valbuena, the first baseman, is eighth. And the center fielder batting ninth is Jake Marisnick.
And that lineup will face the 31-year-old southpaw Cole Hamels. Cole, a very basic fastball, changeup, curveball pitcher, an occasional cutter. And he has improved, it seems like, each time out for the Rangers, getting more comfortable in his surroundings and his new league. And he will try to be aggressive tonight against a very aggressive Houston Astro team. First pitch of the evening is a little bit high for ball 1. Our progressive scouting report showing you that Cole comes in at 9-8 with that 3.76 ERA in 27 starts this year. A strike at the knees to George Springer. Springer, a 2.62 average, 13 home runs, 29 driven in. He is back in the lineup after missing better than 2 months from the Astros. And they missed him dearly. They were able to get by without him, but they are a much better team and a much different lineup with him at the top. 1 ball and 2 strikes. George Springer, one of the young guns, if you will, for this Houston ball club. They are up and down the lineup. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One of the things that Cole Hamels has going for him tonight, along with his moxie and his pitching know-how, is that the Astros have not faced him. The only person in the lineup that's had any kind of at-bats against him, Evan Gattis. And a chopper wide of third, Elvis. Uncorks a throw right on the money. And Springer is retired, 1 away. And we'll take a look at the rest of the Ranger defense. It's delivered to you tonight by Fred Loya Insurance. You saw Elvis at short. He is playing a very solid shortstop, as is the rest of the infield. 5 errors in the last 2 games. That comes on the heels of just 5 in the previous 11 games. Beltre and Odor and Moreland join Elvis on the infield. Mike Napoli making his second start in left field. Delano DeShields and Shin-Soo Choo round out the outfield with Chris Jimenez catching. And Mike Napoli didn't have an opportunity to exhibit his newfound outfield skills. He does here as Altuve drives one to left. Napoli pulls up, and that ball's gone. Jose Altuve jumping on that first Cole Hamels pitch, drives it out of the park, and the Astros have an early 1-0 lead.
One thing you know about Altuve, he's going to swing at the first pitch if he can get his bat on it, especially if it's a fastball. And he jumped on the first fastball. He's one guy you can't throw a fastball just to get ahead of the count to him. That ball up and in, but Altuve, very quick bat and surprising power for a guy that's not that big. Cole had given up 5 home runs in his first 2 starts as a Ranger, but none in his last 5 starts. And I think, Buzz, obviously one of the keys against the Astros is try to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Yeah.
They score most of their runs by way of the home run.
That they do. That was their 198th home run as a team this year. And now a fly ball off the bat of Correa to left center field. This one playable, though, as the liner to Shields. And moves over into the alley to make the grab for out number 2. Yeah, you look at the Astros statistically, they're 14th in the league with a .244 team batting average. That's next to last. On base percentage is low. It's 10th at .310. But runs scored is 6th. They are right behind the Rangers, or right ahead of the Rangers, I should say, in runs scored. And it is, Tom, as you mentioned, mostly due to the home run. 2 away, and Jed Lowry takes strike 1. Lowry, the switch hitter, he had missed a significant time this year by being on the disabled list. Had a bad quad. Chops that pitch foul and got a pretty good piece of him. The count is 0-2. Lowry, a .235 hitter with 9 home runs and 1 sore leg right about now. Cole Hamels trying to get back together after that Jose Altuve home run. Waiting for Lowry to walk that off, get back to the batter's box. Lowry, since coming back off the disabled list, has played in 32 ball games. So he's had a few under his belt now. Inside, that hit him. Well, Lowry.
First one didn't hurt. How about that one?
Yeah. Oh, man. Lowry hit one side of the foot and Cole hit the other. Hit batter. Down to first goes Lowry, and I don't know whether he's happy to get out of the batter's box or he just wants to take that foot off and put some ice on it. Ow.
Right in the little toe. That's a painful at bat. You do get on base. I guess you have to get to first base and wonder whether it was worth it.
So Lowry at first, I wouldn't think he'd be running anytime soon. If that's
pulling a one out of the pages of Jimmy Brown's playbook.
Yeah. So 1 on with 2 out. Here is Colby Rasmus. Rasmus a .231 average, but he has 19 home runs this year, and he is kind of an all or nothing guy. That has not hit for a high average in his career, but he has been able to hit the ball out of the ballpark with regularity. He is generally up low to mid 20s in home runs. He's doing that same kind of thing with the Astros this year. 19 home runs, 49 RBI. And he's the one guy that when George Springer went out of the lineup, Rasmus filled in, and a good defensive player. He was a center fielder by trade with the Cardinals and the Blue Jays. That's way inside. 1 ball, no strikes. So Rasmus can play defensively, and with the ability to hit the ball out of the ballpark, he kind of fit right in with the rest of the Astros. 11 of his last 19 hits have gone for extra bases. And that pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Cole, a little bit off with his command here in the early going, and hopefully he'll just give up that 1 run here in the first and have chance to make the adjustments necessary. 2-1. Rangers with Rasmus up there going to an overshift. They had 3 defenders on the right side of the diamond with Rougned Odor well out into right field. Outfield, though, as you saw, just about straight away. 2-2. Astros coming in here from Anaheim, where they had a dramatic come-from-behind win in yesterday's ball game. They felt that that kind of mojo would carry over. Ground ball to the right side, and Odor on the run throws out Rasmus. That'll do it. But Altuve gets the Astros on the board with his 12th home run of the year. A run on 1 hit and 1 man left after half inning of play. Astros 1, Rangers coming up.
Shields will start it off for the Rangers, followed by Shin-Soo Choo. Shin-Soo is a .395 hitter in September. Adrian Beltre had 5 RBIs yesterday. That's his season high. Prince Fielder is 4th. Mike Napoli will have his 2nd start for the Rangers in left field, back-to-back days. First time in his career he's played the outfield. Mitch Moreland with 13 game-winning RBIs. That's 5th in the American League, is 6th. Elvis is 7th, Rougned Odor is 8th, and the catcher Chris Jimenez will bat 9th.
That's Jeff Bannister's lineup that will face the Houstonian Scott Kazmir, another 31-year-old left-hander, so a pair of 31-year-old southpaws on the hill. Fastball, changeup, curveball. If that looks like Hamels, it is. Both of them possess very good changeups, and Kazmir has had a struggle of late, but the Rangers have not fared well against him at all, whether it's been with the Oakland A's or any of his other stops at the major league level. He has pitched well against the Rangers in the past and has that going for him. Hasn't pitched well of late. He has not 1 in 5 decisions. So he's trying to turn things around. Delino to Shields. Very quickly down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Delino, a .254 average with a couple of home runs and 28 driven in. And you can see he's had no success against Kazmir whatsoever. 0 for 6. So Delino facing again his former organization. Rangers made him a Rule 5 pick out of Double-A. And Delino making the ball club this spring. Didn't really get an opportunity to play a lot until the Rangers went to Houston. That series we were talking about the first week in May down there. And Leonis Martin rolled over on his wrist, jammed his wrist pretty good in the outfield in the first game. Delino to Shields got into the lineup as his replacement and did not leave. He was a fixture from that moment on, and he looks at strike 3 here from Kazmir. So the Shields caught looking, 1 out for Shin-Soo Choo. And we'll take a look at the Astros defense behind Kazmir tonight. Astros, one of the better defensive units in the American League. They are second with just 68 errors this year in the American League. That is number 2 behind Baltimore. Springer, Marisnik, and Rasmus, right, center, and left. Valbuena, another start at first. Altuve, Correa, and Lowry, with Hank Conger catching for Scott Kazmir. A rocket picked by Correa, and he throws out Shin-Soo Choo.
It's not the first time this year that Correa has done that. Does that on a regular basis. Hard hit smash by Shin-Soo, who's swinging the bat extremely well, using the whole field, trying to shoot for that hole between third and shortstop. He had a big hole, a little too close to Correa, and he's just a little too good. He came up with that hard hop, turned it into an easy out.
All you have to do is watch the nightly show on Fox Sports 1, and you will see Carlos Correa as a nightly visitor, it seems like.
Yep, that play's been there before. Same thing.
2 outs. Here's Adrian Beltre. He takes ball 1 outside. Adrian, a 2-home run game yesterday, and that was his first 2-home run game since back in June of 14. 1 ball and 1 strike. Adrian with 15 home runs now, 55 RBI. Batting at .264 in the last 3 ball games. You can see Adrian tuning it up pretty well. Going down the stretch, he is critical of all the Rangers' success. Critical that both he and Prince Fielder get going at the same time. And that tandem hasn't seemed like they've had it together much this year. But boy, the Rangers would certainly love to have that happen the last 20 games of the season. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breeze coming in from right center field at 10 to 12 miles an hour. Very comfortable night in the mid-80s. Perfect baseball weather. And a lot of red showing here at Globe Life Park. Flags pretty well stretched out. That's a bit low, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Adrian with 2 outs, trying to get aboard and turn it over to Prince Fielder. A lot of Ranger red in the ballpark tonight. Great to see this sea of crimson. Chopper to third, and Lowry across the diamond, dug out at first by Luis Valbuena. The Rangers go down to Scott Kazmir and the Astros 1-2-3. We played 1 at Globe Life Park. It's the Astros 1 and the Rangers nothing. On one of our upcoming broadcasts. This is all made possible by the good folks at T-Mobile. We will show you tonight's selection a little bit later on. Evan Gattis leading things off, and he first ball swinging as he loves to. Flies to center field. One pitch, one away here in the second.
Get in on him just a little bit. Evan Gattis has a lot of power, and if he hit that ball good, it would have gone farther than that. Got a little bit off the handle.
He's the Astros team leader with 23 home runs and 75 RBI, and he's also gone 3 for 9 prior to that at bat against Cole Hamels.
Yeah, the amazing thing about Evan Gattis this year, he has 9 triples.
Isn't that something?
Third in the major leagues in triples.
That's incredible. Shows you what Towles Hill down there does for him.
I guess. And the ability to hit it that far.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, the first series in of the season, he was really struggling. But he's been exactly what they thought he was going to do. Tell the Astros are going up there looking for the fastball. They've been way out in front of most of the changeups that Cole has thrown for strikes. Altuve got the first pitch fastball, and he took advantage of it.
Hank Conger gets one down in the fist and pulls it down the left field line, but it goes back into the seats. And the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mike Napoli out in left field, his second professional game in left field yesterday. Played 5 innings out there. Didn't have a ball hit to him.
Usually the ball finds you out there.
Yeah, it didn't find Knapp.
He didn't sound too worried about being out there, though.
No.
I can remember being a big Yankee fan when I was a little boy and watching the Yankees in the World Series and watching Yogi Berra and Elston Howard play left field. So there's a precedent for a catcher being out in left field going way back.
No doubt. No doubt. Another 1-2 pitch. Conger takes low and inside. Hank Conger, the switch hitting catcher, batting at .217. He is going to get most of the catching repetitions behind home plate now as Jason Castro is on the shelf. Expected to maybe play Wednesday or Thursday in this series, but Castro down with a pulled quad.
Well, Conger's hit much better left-handed than right-handed. He only hit 155 right-handed. Has hit 4 home runs right-handed, though.
Payoff pitch, got him swinging. Hamels looked like pulled the string enough to get Conger out in front. And Cole with his first strikeout, 2 away for Luis Valbuena.
You can tell how good his changeup is just by watching the hitters swing. They look at it and swing just like it's a fastball. And if you watch that closely, you could see the bat come through the strike zone before the ball ever got there.
Yep. So 2 gone. Valbuena steps in, hitting at just .208. And he goes the other way, but right at Beltre.
Hang in there, Valbuena.
Valbuena never even left the box, and he's staring down Adrian Beltre. He's going to stay there for a while.
Move over a little bit. There, now we're even. Chu hit one the same way.
There you go. 3 up, 3 down. We played 1.5. Astros by 1. Prince Fielder starting off the Rangers second. And Casimir misses outside for ball one. Fielder, 307 is the average against Casimir. He does have a home run, but Prince just 2 for 18. It's a 111 figure. It's fisted on this one and pops it up on the left side. Wynn pushing it toward foul territory, and Lowry drops it in and out of his glove, and the Rangers catch a break.
Well, there's one you don't see in the big leagues very often, and the wind blew it a little bit, but not enough to drop it. Wasn't anything that would have caused the third baseman a whole lot of problems. It was just a clank.
Yep.
He sees it all the way, drifts after it, and he closed his glove before the ball got there. The ball was headed for the middle of his glove, but watch his fingers. He closes it and hits right in the back of his glove. If he left his glove open longer, he would have caught it. Simple as that.
No, Rangers their first base runner. Here's Mike Napoli. 1 ball, no strikes. Knapp took an 0 for 2 yesterday, but he also mixed in 3 walks. Last 3 times up, he reached base. And the overall average for Napoli at 214 with 16 home runs and 44 driven in. As a Ranger, hitting 267. 1 ball and 1 strike. And shifting the other way. You don't see many right-handed hitters that are accorded that kind of defensive shift, but Mike Napoli, in the estimation of the Astros, very much a ground ball pull hitter.
Yeah, you're right, Buzz. It's a ground ball. And then if you look at the outfield, they're playing them the other way.
Yeah.
That's not that unusual.
1-2 to Napoli. Since joining the Rangers, Napoli has hit .344 against left-handers. You see his overall numbers at .258 this year against southpaws. But he has been exactly what the Rangers had hoped for when they got him from Boston back in the first week of August. By Correa into left center field, a base hit.
So much for the shift.
Well, they had 2 people there. Altuve, however, left and went to the bag, and Correa didn't get a real good jump on it. So an error, now a base hit. Rangers have 2 on, nobody out, and Mitch Moreland stepping to the plate. And the Astros will shift around the other way. Get Correa moving over on the second base, or the first base side of second, into a normal second baseman's position. See Jose Altuve cutting down the distance between himself and the first base line a bit. Mitch at .287 average takes strike 1. Moreland still the team leader, 19 home runs this year. His 71 driven in place him second on the team to Prince Fielder. The number for Moreland this year, a .275 average with runners in scoring position. But of late, you take it one step further. Mitch Moreland has been a .329 hitter since the first week in June in these situations.
Well, the Astros play the opposite field outfielder fairly shallow, and so Rasmus is not that deep in left field. And a lot of room in left center field, a lot of room right straight over his head in left field for a guy like Mitch with pretty good power the other way if you get a hold of one. And we saw that in the last series here. Right fielder in particular was playing very shallow in right field.
I think that was Rasmus who was playing right field in that series.
Yeah, and now with Springer out there in right field, he can go get him, so I guess they can afford to play a little bit more shallow.
Moreland down on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. 2 on, nobody out. Rangers trailing by 1, trying to at least pull even here in the second inning. Now 2-2. Well, the Rangers, despite scoring a dozen runs yesterday, still have had problems. In their last 13 games, they've averaged just over 3 runs a game. 46 runs scored, 47 runs scored. Jeff Bannister talking about the consistency, the one thing that has been lacking at times for the Rangers, offensive consistency. So that is one thing. When if you can get the facets of your game going, your offensive output, get a couple of the middle hitters going at the same time, you got a chance. Now, Moreland gone on strikes. Kazmir, the punch out. One away for Elvis Andrus. Second strikeout for Kazmir.
That was a good fastball. We've seen Cole Hamels feature that pitch. Matt Harrison feature that pitch. Good fastball tailing down and into a left-hand hitter, from a left-hand pitcher. Very difficult pitch to hit.
So Elvis now will step in. Elvis at .259 with half a dozen home runs and 53 RBI. Elvis has been a totally different hitter and player, as a matter of fact, the last 2 months. Go back over the last 57 games, he said almost 300. And he's been driving in runs, which has been a big bonus for the Rangers down in the lower part of the batting order. 25 RBI in the last 57 ball games. Last 2 games, 3 doubles and 2 runs driven in. 1-0 pitch from Kazmir. A ball and a strike. Elvis had gone through that 0 for 22 drought before he teed off for 3 doubles in consecutive at bats the other night. Out of play down the right side. 1-2.
And Springer in right field is playing Elvis in a very similar spot that he was played in earlier when Rasmus was playing right field. Maybe a couple steps deeper. Rasmus seemed like he was almost the second baseman playing in the outfield on a shift. It's as close as he was, but still where he's playing, it's not going to take much for Elvis to line one over his head.
Kazmir a check of second, back to the plate. Count evens at 2-2. Well, Scott Kazmir, the Cypress, Texas resident, grew up in Cypress, went to Cypress Falls High School. Dealing with Prince Fielder at second, Mike Napoli at first. 1 out here in the second inning. This is high, and the count has gone full. So Elvis hitting in a favorable count. He will be followed in the batting order by Rougned Odor. The Red making some noise here at Globe Life Park. Payoff pitch on the way. Popped up behind home plate. Conger back to take a look, but that's well back and out of play. We will try it again. Like Kazmir came with a changeup that time, and even though it was up, still got away with it. Elvis out in front enough where couldn't do much with it. Elvis back in. Prince away from second. Napoli away from first. Kazmir okays the sign. This one popped up on the infield. Altuve running Valbuena off. The infield fly rule in effect. That is out number 2. Another ball mishit. It goes right off the end of the bat.
Well, it's interesting you would say that, Buzz. I was looking at the notes for the Astros, and according to Fangraphs, Scott Kazmir has the 9th lowest percentage of hard hit balls, 24.7%. I'm not sure exactly what qualifies as a hard hit ball, but with all the metrics that are available to teams nowadays, every ball has an exit speed off the bat. And so there must be an average speed that qualifies, if it's above that, for a hard hit ball.
Odor hits this one hard to center field. Going back is Marisnik. It's over his head into the wall. Fielder scored. Being waved around third is Napoli. The throw to the plate, and Napoli is out. A relay throw at home got Mike Napoli sliding by, but the Rangers tie the ball game on a Rougned Odor double. Rangers get a run on 2 hits and an error and strand 1. And this is how the second inning ended for the Rangers. We'll go to the third inning. Rangers won and the Astros won. On more than 400 supported devices. You get real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking widget, and a lot more. Just visit MLB.tv today. Well, a 1-1 ball game. Rangers come back to tie it up, and but for a very nice relay from Marisnik, the man in your screen, to Correa, to Conger, cutting down Mike Napoli with a second run. Rangers would be out in front. Marisnik hitting at .235. 9 home runs, 32 driven in. Rips one nice backhanded stop. And Beltre throws him out. Adrian, a little leather magic down there at third. The one away, and let's welcome in Jim Knox. Hello, Jim.
Oh, I appreciate it, Buzz. You know, it is red out the ballpark tonight over the next 4 games till Thursday. Of course, the Astros are in town, and something special happened. The Hook family, you were in the upper deck, and then what happened?
Yes, sir. They came to us and asked us if we wanted to come sit in the suite.
And here you are. Got to be excited about
We're so excited. We couldn't believe it.
You seem excited. The Hook family here got upgraded because they were wearing red. That is red out the ballpark over the next 4 games, Buzz. You can also get shirts here at the ballpark, 20% off. Hashtag Pack the Park. These guys are excited, looking for a Rangers win, huh? There we go, Buzz.
You got them going, Knoxy. Nice going. Now, top of the order, George Springer rounded out to short as he began things here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. Now 2 balls and no strikes. Springer a .261 average as he faces Hamels for the second time.
Springer's a little prone to the strikeout, but he also walks quite a bit. Has a solid on-base percentage, why he's leading off. And he'll go for it, too.
Yep.
2-0. That's the second time he's been ahead in the count. 2-0. Looked for a fastball and swung and missed at a changeup.
Hamill studying the signs, and into the windup he goes.
Got a little different swing at that fastball.
A little bit different.
The changeup kind of throws you off a little bit.
Now Springer tonight just playing in his 84th ball game. He's got 95 strikeouts, so that's right in the middle of the Astros order of things. Astros strike out as much as anybody in baseball. Check swing, that pitch out of the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Springer trying to get aboard with 1 out. Jose Altuve, the second baseman, will follow. Hamels to Springer. And that chopper toward the far end of the Astros dugout. Springer with 13 home runs and 29 driven in. He, on most teams, I think, would probably be in the middle of the order kind of hitter. Certainly has that kind of power, and hitting in 260, 270. Not too shabby. Beltre unloads in a hurry. Dug out by Moreland. 2 gone.
Mitch is so good at first base on that play. Adrian knows he doesn't have much time with Springer running. So instead of being able to plant his feet and throw, he has to field it on the run and throw. Leads to a little bit of a low throw. No problem for Mitch, though. He's so good at that.
That wasn't one of those short hops.
No.
That was an in-between hop.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
No, 2 away, and here's Altuve again. Altuve, in the first pitch that he saw from Cole Hamels, left the ballpark with it. And back in the first inning, and Hamels goes to him again, and Altuve shoots it out of play down the right side. I don't think Jose Altuve has seen a fastball he didn't like.
Well, if you throw him one on the first pitch, he's going to whack at it. That's for sure.
12 home runs now for the Astros second baseman. Odor has to go off the glove, and Altuve will reach. Rugden, I don't know if he looked up before the ball got in his glove or what. That's a play we've seen Rugden make quite a few times, but not this time.
No, that's a routine play in the big leagues, that's for sure. He knows he's got a fast runner. He gets a pretty big hop. He just hits off the heel of his glove.
Yep.
The play he made out in right field on, who was that? Rasmus, I guess, was a tougher play than that.
No, 1 on and 2 outs. And Altuve had a little trouble reading Hamels' move over there. He started to go back, stopped, and then had to lay down on the bag.
Now, Altuve leads the league in stolen bases. He also gets thrown out quite a bit, too.
And Hamels just keeping a pretty close eye on him. Yeah, Altuve, 37 stolen bases. He's been caught 12 times, so almost a third of the time. Or a quarter of the time, excuse me. Correa takes high and away. 1 ball and no strikes. 76% success rate for Altuve. Carlos Correa at the plate. This young man putting up numbers that anybody would be proud of. Altuve didn't come to the big leagues until early June. So in about 85 games, he has put up 18 home runs, 52 RBI. Make this 81 games. Correa, in just that short amount of time, has really impressed everybody that have seen him. Off of Hamels' glove. Elvis can't get it. Altuve will continue on to third.
No idea what happened on that. Looked like Elvis was going to catch it, then must have slipped.
So Correa with a base hit.
Goes off Hamels' glove. It looked like Elvis might have been tentative because he thought Odor was going to catch it.
Yeah,
couldn't
maybe.
tell. probably wouldn't have mattered as far as getting an out. Might have kept Altuve, would have kept Altuve from going to third. But
it looked like Elvis might have thought that Odor was going to get it. He was going to go to the bag, and then he realized Rougned was not going to get it. I don't know.
Actually, if Rougned went right straight to the bag, Elvis might have been able to flip the ball.
Might have. But in any event, runners at first and third now with 2 outs, and Jed Lowry at the plate. Lowry, in yesterday's game in Anaheim, had the big pinch hit 3-run home run that brought the Astros all the way back to defeat the Angels. It came off Houston Street. Angels had a 3-0 lead with 2 outs and nobody on in that 9th inning. Ball 2 is high. So Cole Hamels, thanks to the error and a misplayed ground ball, having to throw a few more pitches in this inning than he would have had to under different circumstances. Changeup floats in. It's 2-1. Altuve down there at third was trying to time Hamels. He came running down the line, seeing if he could guess when Hamels was going to start his motion to the plate, pick up his leg, see how much big of a jump he could get. Back to the screen goes the foul ball. It's 2-2.
The thing with Altuve, he can jump around at third base with all he wants, and he's not going to really trick Hamels because Hamels can't see him anyway.
Yeah.
Now, if he steals home against Cole from the stretch, we will have had a pretty good last month of stealing home off a lefty and a righty from the stretch. Don't think he's going to be able to do that against Cole, though.
You know, I've asked people about that, about Elvis stealing home against Quackenbush out there in San Diego. I haven't run across anybody that's seen that yet.
I can't imagine that they have. Straight steal a home with a right-hand pitcher pitching from the stretch.
Yep.
You know, it's impossible to say that's never happened in the history of baseball, but you know, somewhere, sometime, maybe it did. I don't know, but it's hard to imagine. Of course, if it happened that time, why couldn't it happen some other time? Maybe some other guy put his glove over his eyes in front of the stretch, and fast runner took advantage of it.
Well, you get an idea what Altuve is doing down there. Got him swinging.
Big strikeout.
Hamels getting the punch out, and that takes care of the Astros in the third. No runs a hit. 2 men are left on the error and a base hit. After 2.5, 1-1 the score. Passes are available to watch the concert from the best seat in the house, and that would be right down on the field. Go to TexasRangers.com/concerts. You can get your tickets to see the Rangers take on the Mariners and a field pass for the Pat Green postgame show. Well, the Rangers coming about here in the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Chris Gimenez, Delino DeShields, and Shin-Soo Choo. A 1-1 ball game. Kazmir's first pitch is low and inside for ball one. Gimenez, 254 as he stands at the plate. 2 for 5 with a home run against Kazmir in past matchups. 2-0. Gimenez 3 for his last 9 trips to the plate. That came after getting out of a 1 for 13 drought. Gimenez with his 21st start behind the plate tonight. Rangers have fared very well, and he has pretty much become the personal catcher for Cole Hamels. Last 4 times now that Cole has been out there, it's been Chris behind the plate.
That's a pretty nice honor when you consider where Chris was most of the year in AAA.
Yeah.
To be in a pennant race as Cole Hamels' personal catcher.
No kidding.
Think about it. I don't think that was on his radar when he was catching in Oklahoma City. I mean in Round Rock, excuse me.
I don't think so either.
But it's a nice credit to Chris and what he's been able to accomplish given the opportunity.
Kazmir with a changeup. He gets a swing, and it's now 3-2. Now Chris trying to get aboard. He's batting 9th in the order. Delino DeShields loosening up in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch from Kazmir. Lost him. A leadoff walk. We'll see if the Rangers can capitalize here in the third inning. But before Delino comes up, we're going to send it over to Dana Larson for a Mazda game break.
The center fielder, Delino DeShields.
All right, Dana, thank you. Well, the Twins playing some pretty solid baseball lately.
They are. They got a young team, but they're not playing that way.
Well, Kazmir trying to reset mentally as Delino steps in. Been a spot where we've seen Delino try and push a bunt between first and second, or first and the mound, if you will, right at the second baseman in the past, and he takes strike one here. Kazmir, of course, the left-hander, falls off a little bit to the third base side, but not terribly. Pretty good fielder, and of course you got Valbuena, who is a middle infielder or a third baseman by trade, playing first. Tried to push that bunt and bunted it foul. It's 0-2. With Delino's speed, I like that idea with the man on first like that. Try and get it down as long as Gimenez gets a good enough jump to where they can't get him at second. But with 2 strikes, we'll shelve that idea for this at bat. Now the infield goes to the left. Now, I haven't seen this with a guy like DeShields up there. An overshift for a right-handed hitter that isn't a power hitter. 1-2.
But if you're Delino, you see that hole. That's as big a hole as you'll see for any hitter.
And you don't have to hit it very hard.
All you got to do is get it by the pitcher. First and third practically. If it rolls into the outfield.
Kazmir's 1-2 pitch. 1 gone.
A lot of swings and misses at Kazmir's fastball tonight.
Right-handers
and left-handers. Must have some pretty good movement on it.
That's a 3rd strikeout for Kazmir.
Just threw it by him right down the middle with a fastball. Just missed it. Nothing fancy.
Now 1 out. Here's Shin-Soo Choo. Was out on a nice play by Correa. Choo really ripped the ball, but Correa, one of his more acrobatic stabs, and threw him out. First pitch outside for ball 1.
And Choo's another hitter that's got a great chance to hit the ball over an outfielder's head. If he can go to left field, he's got good power the other way. And I'm sure the Astros have some kind of scouting information that tells them to play the opposite outfielder shallow like that, because they do it all the way around.
And Chu hit by a pitch. That is a fairly common occurrence for Chu.
You know, the hit by the pitch is one of the reasons in Chu's career he's had such a high on base percentage.
Yeah.
And one of the things you worry about is to get a guy with that high on base percentage, sooner or later he's going to get hit by a pitch and get hurt, but it doesn't seem to happen to him. He gets drilled all over the place and never comes out of a game.
That's the 14th time that he's been hit by a pitch this year, and that missed the padding and everything, got him in the forearm. Yeah, he doesn't come out of games.
No, it doesn't bother him.
It's something. He's among the league leaders in that. Tied for third coming in. And now he's tied for second with Jose Abreu. Brandon Guyer with 18 is the most. But Rangers now with 2 on for Adrian Beltre and just 1 out.
Kazmir's thrown 44 pitches. 20 of them have been balls, so his ball and strike ratio is not what you'd normally see from him. And his last 3 starts have been okay. His ERA is 4.68 in his last 3 starts. So he hasn't been quite as good recently as he was earlier in the year. Hasn't been quite as good for the Astros as he was for the A's.
Yeah. A lot of red. It's red out at Globe Life Park tonight. Nice to see that. And getting a little electricity along with the red decor.
We had some people show up after game time. It weren't this many people in the ballpark when the game started.
Pretty good walk-up crowd.
Yep.
You folks want to come out and be part of this if you at all can. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. Going out to Globe Life Park, and it's going to be a dandy series. It's already gotten off to a good start. Into center field goes the throw. Jimenez up and moving toward third, and he will make it with a slide.
That's a wild pitch that pays dividends.
Well, the error charged to Scott Kazmir. And the Rangers benefit by getting runners to second and third for Beltre.
Well, the Astros, we've already talked about them. They hit home runs, they steal bases, they have great pitching, and they play good defense. They're second in the American League in fielding percentage, but already in this game, they've made a couple of errors. The first run was unearned because of Lowry's error. Hopefully we'll have some right here.
Infield playing halfway. And Adrian takes a strike that kind of wheels around very quickly to question Jerry Davis, the home plate umpire.
The way Adrian does it, the umpire can't get mad at him because he's smiling while he does it. It's hard to get mad at a guy that's smiling at you while he's arguing.
Well, I'll bet the umpires will find a way.
Well, that's true. Hard for a normal person, not for an umpire, though. 2-2
pitch. Popped up foul, and that's going to work its way back into the seats. Still 2-2. The umpires had different criteria about getting mad than most folks. Now Conger going to go out and have a little chat with Scott Kazmir. Looks like with these two left-handers on the mound, anytime you get an opportunity to score, you better take advantage of it because you may not get many more. Kazmir has shown that over the years. Certainly Cole Hamels has shown it. Adrian Beltre very well aware of that possibility. No, Adrian back in, Conger back down behind the plate. Infield, halfway in, further in with Altuve at second. Another 2-2 pitch coming. 3-2. Well, you do have first base open, but Kazmir looking over into the on-deck circle, see his big French fielder. Menacing figure of the Rangers DH, who will hit next. Kazmir with the payoff pitch to Beltre. Little pop-up got him on the fist, and Valbuena takes care of it for out number 2.
Great pitch by Kazmir. Ran that pitch. Good fastball. Looked like it might even had some cutting action on it. In on the fist to get the pop-up.
Well, that's a good lesson, too, for younger pitchers. Even in a fastball count, doesn't mean you can't throw a fastball. And the best place to throw it for most guys is in on their hands when you know they're swinging.
Yep.
Tough to get the head of the bat out to it.
Good pitch.
So 2 outs. Here's Fielder, who reached on an error his first time up. Now time called. Kazmir taking a little too long to okay the sign. And now a balk has been called. Well, they have it. Take it back.
Timeout.
Tony Randazzo, the third base umpire, looked like he'd called a balk, and then he realized Gabe Morales helped him, that time had been called by Jerry Davis. So all the hurt feelings soothed over. And Jerry Davis standing up with his hands up, so that's a universal sign for timeout. First pitch to Prince. 1 ball, no strikes. Our Ford leaderboard tonight. Averages against an opponent. Buster Posey against the Rockies, the highest average at 382. This is since 2011. Prince Fielder 5th on that list. Against the Astros, he's hit 359. In tight, 2 balls, no strikes. Jimenez at third base. Out at second, Shin-Soo Choo. Infield, shading Fielder around to the right, but not in an overshift. 2-0 pitch. Got him on the fist. Little pop-up that will be taken care of by Jed Lowry, and that will do it. Kazmir gets Beltre and Fielder on pop-ups with runners at second and third. The Rangers strand a pair. On we go to the 4th inning. It's the Astros and Rangers deadlocked at 1. Pitchers tomorrow night, another 7 o'clock game. Colin McHugh and Martin Perez was scheduled, but he has been bumped back a day. Instead, it will be Derek Holland. That just announced a short bit ago. So Colin McHugh tomorrow night for the Astros, Derek Holland for the Rangers. 7 o'clock here on Fox Sports Southwest. Colby Rasmus leading things off against Cole Hamels, and he takes strike 1. And joining us, as he always does here at home in the middle innings, Mark McLemore. Good to see you, Mac.
Good to see you guys.
Nice red that you brought with you tonight. That's good.
Yeah. Hey, it's red out.
Red out.
Red out week.
That's it. We all got the memo. 1-1 to Rasmus. We've got a couple of left-handers going tonight, Mac, that have a pretty good idea of what they want to do in the strike zone, don't they?
Yes, they do. They both made some pitches when they've needed to make them in some tough situations. And that's why they're veteran pitchers and very good ones at that.
1-2 on the chopper foul by Rasmus. Colby Rasmus, a ground ball to second, his first time up. Hits are even at 2. The runs are even at 1. Astros scoring in the first on Jose Altuve's home run. Rangers put a run on the board in the second. Rasmus going the other way. It looked like a shank.
Yeah, to swing like that the first time up, almost the same thing. Almost blooped it into left field, too.
Sure did. Jimenez and Hamels going a little different direction with the ideas on this pitch, so they'll back off, start all over again, recycle. Chris throwing some suggestions down. And does he want the changeup? No, he wants the breaking ball to that side of the plate. Well out of play. Rasmus was not going to let him get there. That was that front door cutter that Cole wanted to throw. Didn't quite get all the way through the front door. Rasmus intercepted it out by the driveway. Another 1-2 pitch. Playable for Shin-Soo Choo. Started back, now comes on toward the line. That is out number 1. There is our chevron. The upcoming pitches for tomorrow night. Derek Holland, 3-2 with the 313, and Colin McHugh. McHugh is having a great year. Everybody talks about Dallas Keuchel, who the Rangers will also see later in the series. McHugh, though, how about that? 16-7 with a 389. Kind of the unsung hero, or one of the unsung heroes of the rotation for the Astros. Good pitching matchup tomorrow night.
It's kind of hard to be unsung when you got 16 wins.
I know it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Well, you get a guy on your team that has as many wins and an ERA that you have to use a microscope to see. That's Dallas Keuchel.
Yeah, I guess that'll do it, Lawrence.
Well, Evan Gattis skied out to center. First time that he faced Cole Hamels tonight. Out in front of that, and Elvis charging. 2 gone. Now, some errors tonight. Mac will take you back to the pop-up that Lowry had a tough time with.
Yeah, I have this conversation a lot, or this debate with a lot of people about catching the ball with 2 hands or 1 hand. You see Lowry put the glove right in front of his eyes, and he didn't see it. He lost it. And that's what happens a lot of times when you're teaching young kids how to catch a pop fly. When you tell them to catch it with 2 hands, they tend to put it in front of their eyes. I like to catch the ball off to the side where you can see it, and that glove doesn't go in front of your eyes. So, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that you won't drop it using 1 hand, but really that second hand, you know, everybody says use 2 hands. That second hand does nothing. It does nothing. I mean, you didn't see him catch the ball with that second hand.
Right.
He didn't close the glove to keep the ball in there. So keep the glove out of your eyes and use 1 hand.
He closed it before the ball did get in there.
Because he lost it. He couldn't see. The glove was in front of his eyes, and he didn't see it.
Good point.
Up the middle, but Rangers got a guy there. That's Rougned Odor. 3 up, 3 down. Hamels now has retired 4 straight. And we've gotten through 3.5 here at Globe Life Park. Red out night at Globe Life. 1-1 the score. Houston Astros. It's also one of the last 2 chances you get to enjoy dollar hot dogs out here at the ballpark. Don't wait to get your tickets for this important matchup, the Rangers and the Astros, and you and your dollar hot dog. Dogs, don't want me to limit you. Well, the Rangers tied 1-1 with the Astros. Scott Kazmir to the mound, and Mike Napoli will start things off. Napoli, Moreland, and Andrews here in the Ranger 4th inning. Napoli had a base hit to left his first time. And again, the overshift by the Astros, which did not serve them well the first time Napoli was up there. Napoli hit a ground ball that would have been right at the normal shortstop position, but it was between Correa and Altuve where they're positioned, and turned into a tougher play. Neither one got it. Napoli got the base hit. 1-2. Knapp settling back into the batter's box. Last 10 starts, Napoli has hit .316. He's gotten things going. And most of that damage, too, against left-handers, as we mentioned. He's hit .344 against left-handers. Had a hit tonight, so that has gone up a bit since he joined the Rangers. Kazmir with the 2-2 pitch. To center field, Marisnik gliding to his right, puts it away. One gone.
Marisnik's an excellent outfielder with a really good arm. Saw his arm in action on that relay throw. Covers a lot of ground out there, playing over right center field, but he had no trouble going to his right and making that play.
Yeah, the Astros, and I recall talking about this, the last series we saw with him, Tom, was that when Springer came back, and Springer's back now, you've got 3 guys that play center field in the outfield for him.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, with Rasmussen, Marisnik, and Springer.
That's a very good defensive outfield.
Mitch Moreland went down swinging the first time that he faced Rasmus. Fouls off that first pitch, 0-1.
They can all run after it and catch it, and they can all throw, too.
Yeah. Moreland now 1 out of 8 on this homestand. Takes that pitch a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. See, Mitch against the Astros this year, a .310 average. Slowly hit to Altuve, who throws out Moreland for the second out. Two-way, Elvis coming out. So it looks like Kazmir and Hamels kind of settling into their game, and that doesn't bode well for either club offensively. These 2 left-handers getting things going, and they can make quick work of the opposition. Elvis hit a little pop up to second his first time up. One ball and no strikes.
Well, Kazmir hasn't had a real good changeup tonight. A lot of his changeups have just kind of floated out of the strike zone. But he's had a pretty good fastball, a pretty good slider.
Trying to bunt. Valbuena is going to make the play. He'll take it to the bag as Elvis just stops. No, good idea, but again, you've got a converted third baseman, middle infielder playing first, and that didn't quite get it done. 3 up, 3 down. We have finished 4. We're tied at 1. And by Mazda. In every car we make, you'll see why driving matters. A 1-1 ball game. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Cole Hamels and Scott Kazmir working their magic. Just a couple of hits for each club. Cole working to Luis Valbuena to start things off, the number 8 hitter. And first ball swinging, he pops it up. Elvis backpedaling, now the wind has it, bringing it back toward the infield, and Andrews stays with it for out number 1. Cole Hamels has it going. How about our Kubota Power Stats talking about Cole tonight? Last 2 home starts, 1-0 with a 2.40 ERA. Opponents hitting just 184 against him. 18 strikeouts in 15 innings, and that changeup grip right there, that circle changeup grip, one of his most effective weapons. Cole Hamels has going. He was rated at one point the best changeup in the National League when he was with the Phillies. Jake Marisnik takes down and away. That is 1 ball and no strikes. Marisnik grounded a third his first time against Hamels. 1-1.
I remember correctly, he had a bullet down there to Beltray.
Yes, he did.
And he made that look so easy.
2 balls and a strike. Got a little backhand and just like he was taking ground balls during batting practice.
Looked like he caught it in left field, though. It was behind him when he caught it, but hey, he made it look great.
There's that changeup. 2-2.
You know, that is so not fair when you're throwing 94-mile-an-hour fastballs. And then you come with that kind of changeup.
And just off the strike zone, it is a full count. Marisnik hitting 9th in the order now, has a full count. George Springer, the leadoff man, getting loose in the on-deck circle. Hamels to the wind, the payoff pitch. That ball's ripped to left field. That's over the head of Napoli. It is high off the wall. Marisnik into second with a stand-up double, and that was about 3 feet to the left of being a home run, where the wall extends up right at the 390 sign. And fortunately for Cole Hamels and the Rangers, it hooked enough to get up on the higher part of the wall.
That looked like a high changeup that Marisnik waited on. Let's take a look. Yeah, it was right in his zone. Fortunately, right, Buzz. Fortunately, that hit the high part of the wall and stayed in the ballpark. Cole will have a chance to pitch around it now.
Thank you for that extra little padding out there that extends. And the appeal over to first. And now they're going to say that Hamels balked because he did not step off the rubber. He went ahead and threw to first, and then that's an unoccupied base, and that is a balk. Hamels, to put the ball back in play, has to come set and then disengage with the rubber before he makes the throw to first base to stress the appeal. And he did not break contact with the rubber first, I don't believe. Let's see if he does. Nope. That is a balk every single time. Can't throw to an unoccupied base. That's why they were appealing to Marisnik going around first.
That's something you don't see very often.
I've never seen that.
Touch first base with your hand?
I've never seen that.
And Cole knew exactly what he did.
Yeah. So now Springer up there with Marisnik at third and 1 out. And a high fastball, strike 1.
That's something right there.
Look like a speed skater.
Presence of mind to not break stride, not panic. Just let me reach down and hit it with my fingers. It's pretty good.
Sharply hit. Moreland has it. He's coming to the plate. The throw, the tag. He is safe. Jimenez going out for the throw. Looked like he came back. But Marisnik able to slide around him. And Jeff Anderson's now, hang on here a second. We got people upstairs who can take a look at that. Joey Probinski is going to look at the various angles, see if we have cause to issue a challenge.
No, he's safe.
Yeah, he sure is. What a great slide by Marisnick.
Mitch got the ball caught in his glove for a second and kind of double clutched, and that was all that Marisnick needed. Mitch gets that ball out of his glove pretty quick. Mitch has a great arm, but if he gets that ball out of there cleanly, he could probably have Marisnick at the plate, but he got in there with a nice slide.
No, the Astros take a 2-1 lead. Boy, how about that? A double, a balk, and then a bang play at the plate. And they had the lead. Now with Springer at first, some pretty good speed. Here's Altuve at the plate. He took a pitch. Hard to believe. I thought when I first saw it that Chris had gone into foul territory on the first base side of home plate. That throw was right on the plate. Like he went out to get it. And by the time he brought it back, instead of letting the ball come to home plate and catching it and slapping the tag down, Chris went out and caught it. And then by the time he brought it back, it was too late. Kind of like, Mac, what you talked about at middle infielders taking the throw at second base on a steal attempt.
You're right. That ball the ball will travel faster than you can go get it and bring it to the base. So you've got to let that ball, travel as much as possible and try and go down with the tag as quickly as you can.
Well, 2 balls and 1 strike. The count to Altuve. Altuve has been on via an error, and he had the solo home run in the first inning. And Hamels keeping Springer close at first. Jake Marisnick doing a little umpiring work on the way by home plate.
Well, he got a good jump. He's got good speed and a great slide. He should be pumped up.
Hamels a check at first. He's going to go that way again. And Springer, 14 steals this year. He is pretty adept at swiping bags. 14 steals in 18 attempts. And Altuve, one of the better hitters going. He's a .314 hitter now. Pulls that one foul. He got good wood on it, but it's well foul of the foul pole. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's been an odd ball game tonight. A lot of crazy things have happened already.
We've seen some good defensive plays, and we've seen some terrible defensive plays.
Springer stepping off his lead at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Altuve gets jammed. Will pop up into left field. Napoli coming on, still coming, and Knapp drops it. Springer safely aboard at second, and Mike Napoli, with the first opportunity he had to make a play, couldn't quite do it. He got battling that wind out there coming on, and for a guy who's not used to running in on fly balls, I would bet that his eyes started bouncing around in his head a little bit.
Well, the ball is hit off the handle. His first step is back, and then he has it pretty well under control right here. He just didn't catch it.
No, the second error committed by the Rangers tonight. First and second, still just 1 out. And Carlos Correa will step to the plate. And the weirdness continues.
I mean, you look at the situation, pennant race, and the top 2 teams in the AL West come in and they're going head to head, and we're in the 5th inning and we've got four errors between the 2 teams.
Right. Correa has singled and fly to center field. Got Springer at second, Altuve at first. You have to be aware of a possible double steal here for those 2 guys out there. Strike 1 at the knees to Correa.
The pitchers have even been involved. You've got Hamels balking here earlier in this inning. Then Kazmir throwing a ball into center field on a pickoff.
Right. Everybody's got involved in the act.
They have. Hey, it's only the fifth inning, though.
That's true. Chopper over the mound. Elvis turns it, and not in time. Correa able to leg out the back end. Correa gets down that line pretty well, and a chopper that was not going to be easy to turn. A normal runner, you probably get him pretty easily, but not Correa.
Yeah, an average runner, you turn this over, but Correa is on his way out of the box already as he swings. And that chopper, a couple of high hops, he can get down that line.
Now Mike Maddox on out to the mound. You get a good look at the replay, and Correa very definitely on that bag before the ball popped into Mitch's glove. Well, Jed Lowry, the scheduled hitter, has been called back, and Mike Maddox out there talking to Cole Hamels about him. Jonathan Villar is going to pinch hit for Lowry, and remember Lowry came up a little bit sore. Looked like on that last at bat he had a ball knocked down on his foot, and then immediately Cole Hamels hit him. This is back in the first inning. Elvis rubbing his shoulder. But Lowry probably had a lead because of his foot. Got hit in back-to-back pitches, one by his own doing and the other by Hamels. So Jonathan Villar, a .272 hitter, a switch hitter, will bat from the right side against Hamels. And runners at the corners, 2 away here in the 5th inning. The Astros have taken a 2-1 lead. And Villar now will face Hamels for the first time. Changeup floats in for strike 1.
You know, this is a situation right here that if Correa decides to take off and Cole picks him off, they may not be able to get him at second base. Elvis is playing over in the hole in short, so there's no way he's going to get there. The only play is going to be, well, there he goes.
And Villar saves us worried about it. He pops it into shallow center. Chu coming on a long run in, and he makes the catch. That will do it. But the Astros take the lead. They get a run. On 1 hit, there was an error, and 2 men are left. Halfway through the ball game, it's now the Astros 2 and the Rangers 1. To Red Out Globe Life Park. All red player t-shirts are now 20% off through Thursday at all Rangers retail locations. So go out and get yours today or buy some for your friends. Get on out to Globe Life Park and help us red out the ballpark against the Astros. Well, Houston has taken a 2-1 lead, and Rougned Odor, the number 8 hitter, will start things off. It'll be Odor, Jimenez, and DeShields. Kazmir's first pitch of the 5th inning is in for strike 1. Odor pounded a double to center field, drove in the Ranger run. Jonathan Villar stays in the ballgame and is playing third base now in place of Jed Lowry. Chopper that Valbuena takes care of. One big hop and into his glove. One gone. Chris Jimenez coming up. Before we tell you about him, let's send it over to Dana Larson for a Mazda game break. All right, Dana, thank you. How about the Tigers? They have completely shut it down, it seems like. They just can't play hardly at all. Brad Ausmus on the hot seat up there, changing general managers. And
yeah, they had a report that he was fired. Then they said he wasn't fired.
Springer toward the corner makes the catch. Jimenez hit it pretty hard, but as an offer, that's out number 2. Yeah, they can't make up their minds which way to go.
Yeah, they probably made their mind up. They just didn't want it to come out this quick.
They just don't know when yet.
No, 2 outs quickly here in the Ranger 5th, and back to the top of the order, Delino to Shields. And Delino has found it next to impossible to solve Scott Kazmir in the first 2 at bats. A couple of strikeouts, once called and once swinging. And strike 1. Delino now just 2 out of 13 in the homestand. Well, he is struggling a bit. Still getting on base at a pretty good clip. Hits this one hard. He's on base now. Like you got an off-speed pitch from Kazmir or a fastball that didn't have a whole lot on it. And that's a 2-out single. Well, the Rangers have the tying run aboard with 2 outs. In the person of Delino to Shields. Hits are now even at 3. Delino with his first safety of the night. Shin-Soo Choo 0 for 1 was hit by a pitch last time up. Robbed on a great play by Carlos Correa back in the 1st inning. Pretty good lead for Delino to Shields, and that draws the attention of Scott Kazmir. Choo, a .258 average. The Shields with 22 stolen bases, 5th in the American League. And Kazmir again. Looks like Delino's not showing a lot of respect for Scott Kazmir's pickoff move there. He's established a pretty good sized lead. Kazmir missing outside. Hopefully Kazmir will try and divide his attention between the Shields and Choo, and maybe make a mistake, and Choo can rocket one right on out of here. Good shot from our wedgie cam down there in right field. Ouch. Broken bat, and VR takes care of that little pop-up. The Rangers can't do anything with a 2-out single. They strand a runner. We played 5. The Astros lead by 1. Mac, thanks for joining us. We will see you after the ball game on Rangers Live. theme highlighting the evolution of dance music. Purchase tickets in the upper reserve seating section for just $14 when you use the online coupon code FIREWORKS at TexasRangers.com/specials. Astros with a 2-1 lead as they come to bat here in the top of the 6th inning. Colby Rasmus, Evan Gattis, and Hank Conger, the first three to face Cole Hamels. And Rasmus swings through that first pitch. It is 0-1. Rasmus, a ground ball to second, a fly ball to right tonight.
One of those good fastballs tailing down and into the left-hand hitters.
Hamels back to him. And Rasmus chops it foul, 0-2. Rasmus with the average at .230 as he leads off the 6th inning. 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors for Houston, 1 run on 3 hits, and 2 errors for the Rangers. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That for Cole Hamels, pitch number 76 of the night. Looped into center. Elvis going out. Delino coming on. It drops in no man's land.
There's been a lot of balls hit off the handle in this game. A lot of broken bats. Most of them have been caught by the infielders, but there's one that went far enough to be a base hit.
Not the only people that are happy about those are bat manufacturers. You get to ship in some more bats.
Yeah, they're making a lot more money today than they used to. I don't know what their profit margin is, but players are using more bats than they used to, that's for sure.
That they are. So, leadoff single. That is the first time tonight that the Astros have had their leadoff man aboard. Evan Gattis takes a strike. Gattis, a fly ball to center and a ground ball to short. Cole would love another ground ball to short from Gattis right here. Rangers, of course, leading the American League in double plays turned. There's a good cut fastball working its way down and into Gattis.
Boy, 94 miles an hour.
0-2. Base hit to right field. Gattis now going to third is Rasmus. The throw is not in time. Beltre stood there like a statue, hoping to decoy Rasmus into thinking the throw was not coming. And the last second, Adrian caught the ball, dropped that tag down, but Rasmus sliding in underneath it.
That's a good base running by Rasmus. He runs well to begin with, but that's a hard hit ball. A lot of guys might not be willing to be aggressive enough to go to third, but he did. Close play. Chu has a good arm. Makes a pretty good throw. Rasmus has the speed, cut the corner. Never thought about stopping at second base.
Adrian getting tied up with Colby Rasmus as he was trying to catch the ball. So first and third after a couple of singles. Nobody out. The ground ball to third. Beltre will go to second. They get one. The return to first in time.
There's nothing Rasmus could do.
Nope.
I guess he could have run and gotten a run down and keep 2 men on base and only 1 out. He chose not to run, and once he stayed at third, if he tried to go, they could have thrown from second to home to get the double play. What a huge play. First and third, infield back, you're giving up a run, but they don't get a run.
Well, Beltre checking him just as he was getting ready to unload the ball to make sure that Rasmus was staying put. Once he saw that, went around the horn 5-4-3, and Conger grounds into the double play. So 2 outs now, Rasmus at third. Luis Valbuena, who has lined to third and popped to short, will step in. Valbuena, a 207 hitter, gets hit by a pitch. That fastball up and in, and he's tried to spin out of the way. And he got plunked on the right arm, it looked like. Astros trainer immediately out there to tend to Valbuena. And he's looking at the hand or the wrist of Valbuena. Maybe the back of the hand. Boy. A.J. Hinch also out there to take a look at his first baseman. Valbuena going to be okay, at least for the time being. Cole Hamels asked to make sure he's okay, and Valbuena indicated, yeah, he was. Fortunately, it looked like it was a glancing blow.
Yeah.
Say fortunately for Valbuena. Well, the second hit by pitch for Cole Hamels tonight. You got Jed Lowry in the first. Now Valbuena here in the sixth inning. Runners at the corners once again, but 2 outs. Jake Marisnick, who doubled his last time up, steps in. Nothing in 1. Marisnick, a ground ball to third in the third. Last time up with 1 out and the base is empty. Doubled high off the wall in deepest left center field. Cole Hamels balked him to third, and then Marisnick scored on a bang-bang play at the plate on George Springer's ground ball to first. That is the difference in the ball game to this point. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, Marisnick had not been getting a lot of playing time because Carlos Gomez, who the Astros acquired near the trade deadline, had taken over in center field. Gomez nursing a sore rib cage, so he has missed the last couple of games. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Last time up, Marisnick got a high changeup that he was right on. He waited for it. This time he's had a couple of fastballs thrown by him. Marisnick is only a 194 hitter against left-hand pitching. He's hit higher against righties than he has lefties.
And he's going to have to turn that swing up a little bit.
He's going to have to turn it up. Changeup might be right in his wheelhouse like last time up.
Got him swinging.
Yeah, looks like it was.
Cutter down and in, and that will do it. No, the Astros get a couple of hits, but strand 2. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning at Globe Life Park. It's the Astros 2 and the Rangers 1. $700 and dinner for 2 at Sonic Drive-In. If a Ranger hits a home run during the inning, Robert Frost Jr. from Mesquite will win $2,700. And if a Ranger hits a grand slam this inning, Robert is going to take home $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Well, Robert, hang on. You got the guys up that you want to have up in this inning. Adrian Beltre, Prince Fielder, Mike Napoli, and Mitch Moreland. The heart of the Thumpers for the Rangers.
Now we were talking about Adrian smiling while he was arguing with Jerry Davis. That time he came up, and as he walked by, Jerry had his mask off, and he was laughing too. So I don't think Jerry was mad.
Good. That's good to know. At least not yet.
Well, not mad at Adrian anyway. Adrian's a hard guy to get mad at.
Yeah, he sure is. 1 ball and 1 strike. Beltre tonight is grounded to third and popped to first. Rangers just 3 hits tonight. Put 2 of them together in the second inning. Came up with their run. And Adrian ripping that foul down the left side.
Be careful. That's a tough one for the ball girl. Carrying him off the wall like that.
Yeah, she did the right thing. She was headed the other way.
Yeah.
We'll blame her.
It hit somebody. Let's see who it hit.
Got the wall. It scared several people. Got the wall.
Got the wall. Might have hit the security guard.
Beltre a drive to left field. That's high enough the wind will have a full effect on it. Rasmus makes the catch for out number 1. The next will be Prince Fielder. We talked about earlier in the ballgame about Rasmus and, or I should say about Scott Kazmir and Cole Hamels settling down a little bit, and they have both done that pretty well. Hitters have not found it particularly fun to go up there the last several innings, especially against Kazmir. He's gotten things working pretty well. Up the middle. Altuve can't get there. He tripped as he was going to dive for it. Came up short anyway. I guess he was short before he started.
That's cold.
I know it is.
He would remind you of that ball he hit over the fence the first time.
That's right. That wasn't short, was it?
Nope. Well, there's a ground ball, and no matter what kind of a shift they put on, there's still more room out there than the infielders can cover.
Yep.
And if you can find one of those holes, you can get yourself a base hit. All right, Nap. Time to unload right here.
There you go. Prince with his first hit at first. 1 out. Napoli is 1 out of 2. 1 ball, no strikes. Folks trying to get the Napoli chant going. Chuck Morgan helping him out. Get a little beat to it, Chuck. Attaboy. There we go. 1-0 pitch from Kazmir.
He was trying.
1 ball and 1 strike. Napoli overall a .215 average. His average with the Rangers significantly higher than that. Kind of off the end of the bat. Coming on, Colby Rasmus. 2 gone. Well, Kazmir, you have to admire, and begrudgingly, but you have to admire how he keeps the ball off the good part of the bat so frequently.
He does. And again, we go back to that fan graphs where he's the 9th lowest percentage of hard hit balls.
Yeah.
And looking at this game, there's been some hard hit balls, but boy, there's been some balls hit really softly.
Right.
He's made good pitches, especially the big inning was 2nd and 3rd and 1 out when he got Adrian and Prince on the little infield pop-ups by jamming them off the handle.
Yep.
I give him credit for being able to make those pitches under those circumstances.
Yeah, and that was a spot where the Rangers could have done some severe damage. They had 2 on and just 1 out.
Yeah.
And they had runners at 2nd and 3rd, as a matter of fact, after an error. Earned run average, Scott Kazmir 4th in the American League, that .263. Dallas Keuchel, his rotation mate, the leader. To left field, that ball's hit pretty well. Going back at the wall. Goodbye!
That's what we're talking about.
Mitch Moreland turning the game around. He goes opposite field against Kazmir. The Rangers lead it 3-2.
talking about the opposite outfielder playing somewhat shallow for guys with good power the other way. And Mitch certainly has power the other way. That not only went over Rasmussen's head, it went over the fence. A nice turn of events here in the 6th inning for the Rangers.
And Robert Frost Jr. is $2,700 richer thanks to Mitch Moreland tonight. And a couple of dinners at Sonic Drive-In. Well, Mitch Moreland, home run number 20 for the season. A 2-run blast. And that thing just kept going.
Yep, right out. If he's going to hit a home run, that's the pitch he's going to hit it on. A fastball right out over the plate.
Now Elvis lofts one to right. Springer moving toward the line, makes the catch, and that'll do it. But Mitch Moreland lofting a Scott Kazmir pitch right on out of here the opposite way. 2 runs on 2 hits. We'll go to the 7th. It is now the Rangers 3 and the Astros 2. Well, Cole Hamels now back out to the hill, and he has a 1-run lead to work with. Mitch Moreland turning the score around. A 2-run blast. The Rangers lead it 3-2. Mitch with his 20th home run of the year. That is tops on the Ranger club. And Hamels going to work to the top of the order. George Springer, Jose Altuve, and Carlos Correa. Drew Stubbs has come into the ballgame. He'll take over in left field for Mike Napoli. Springer tonight 0 for 3, but he has had an RBI on a fielder's choice. And he's ahead of the count now. 2 balls, no strikes. Cole Hamels, 88 pitches under his belt here this evening. 60 strikes, 28 balls. Springer, a .260 hitter, waits. Change up, makes it 2-1.
That's the 3rd time Springer has been ahead in the count 2-0. The first 2 times he swung and missed at the off-speed pitch. That time he took it.
Then he tried to check his swing on a fastball with no luck.
Remember the last time he got jammed on that little foul ball on the 2-1 pitch. He's having a hard time thinking along with Cole in these at-bats. Still have to make good pitches, though.
Got him swinging, and he did. Hamels went up the ladder. Springer didn't have enough runs in his. So 1 out here in the 7th. Our 4-game summary. Take you back to the 1st inning. Jose Altuve got it going. His 12th home run of the year made it 1-0. Astros. Then the Rangers came back in the 2nd. Rougned Odor, a drive over Marisnik's head. Scored Prince in a great relay throw. Cut down Napoli at the plate. And it was a 1-1 game. With the Astros leading 2-1, Mitch Moreland going the other way. 374 feet over the out-of-town scoreboard to give the Rangers a 3-2 lead. And Jose Altuve gets his second hit of the night as he grounds one up the middle. He is aboard with one out.
He loves that first pitch fastball. That one got in on him a little bit, but he managed to pull it to the left of second base for a soft ground ball single.
Hamels talking to Elvis and Rougned Odor out there. You got to remember that Cole has not faced the current Houston team. He faced the Astros back in 2012. Well, the personnel totally different, and relying a lot on guys that have faced this team to kind of guide him through the rough spots. Carlos Correa takes low and inside for ball one. And by rough spots, I mean situations that arise during a ball game that different guys handle differently. And it's good for a pitcher to know from somebody that's faced this Astros team when Altuve likes to run, how he likes to run, if he does, what Correa likes to do. 1 ball, no strikes to Correa, who is 1 for 3. 2 balls, no strikes. See, Hamels really working the bottom of that strike zone now. He's very cognizant of keeping the ball down to these guys. See if he can get a ground ball at somebody. Altuve stepping the lead off at first. 3 balls and no strikes. Well, Correa not expanding his strike zone at all against Hamels the first 3 pitches. Correa batting third. He'll be followed by Jonathan Villar. And a strike to the outer edge. 3-1. Correa, a .275 average. Checking with third base coach Gary Pettis. See what the instructions might be. Correa currently a 4-game hitting streak going. Got the off-speed pitch, pulled it foul, and the count is full. So with 1 out, I would think it pretty highly likely you'll see Altuve take off with the pitch. Set him in motion. Ranger infielders make sure they don't break too quickly to cover second base. Try not to open up too big a hole. 1 out, 3-2 the count. Altuve staying there. Beltre to second, a low throw, dug out nicely by Odor.
That looked like a video game.
He almost turned that.
Man, they both picked it. Odor had to pick it at second to get the force out, and then Mitch had to pick it at first. Fortunately, they were picked. Otherwise, it could have been a disastrous inning. But Odor made a beautiful play to get the force out. Tried to turn 2. Look at that pick. Look how quickly he got rid of it. Yeah. He should have held on to it because he had no chance to get Correa at first base. As it turned out, you can bounce him to Mitch, and Mitch will get him.
So, fielder's choice. Correa exchanges positions with Altuve at first. Now with 2 outs, here's Villar, who flied to right field his first time up. Villar came on as a pinch hitter in the 5th inning for Jed Lowry, who left the ballgame. Cole Hamels inning by inning tonight. Just the 3rd inning was he extended to the 20-pitch plateau. Villar showing bunt and pulls it back for ball 1. Villar, a year before last, was the starting shortstop for the Astros. And with the emergence of Carlos Correa at the big league level, Villar kind of falling off offensively. He had lost playing time, spent a lot of the year down at AAA. Villar called back up to the big leagues when the rosters expanded on September the 1st. 1 ball and 1 strike with Correa at first base. Correa with a dozen stolen bases this year. Hamels checks him. 1-2.
I'd thrown a lot of curveballs today, but that was a good one.
Now the crowd taking their red up. They are standing in support of Cole Hamels and the Rangers. This is what we're talking about. 1-2 pitch. Inside, not by much. And he just had a whole bunch of disappointed red shirts.
Good try. He tried to get it in on his fist, which he did. But VR was able to take it. If he swung at this pitch, it would have dribbled out toward the pitcher's mound. But he took it. It was a ball.
Well, 2-2. And again, the energy rising. Hamels to the plate. In the dirt. Nice stop by Chris Jimenez. The count is now full. So with 2 outs now, Carlos Correa will be off and moving with the pitch. VR hitting fourth to be followed by Colby Rasmus. Crowd remaining on their feet. Making the red loud out here at Globe Life Park. Hamels studying the signs. A check of first, a payoff pitch. We'll try it again.
He cued that right off the end of the bat. That's about as close as you can come to swinging and missing and still making contact.
Yeah, that is.
He swung before it got there, but it still hit the end of the bat.
Hamels again ready for the 3-2. And another foul ball.
VR slamming his bat like he's mad. He's lucky he didn't strike out in the last 2. Just barely fouled him off.
VR in his 3rd stint this year with the Astros. And up and down almost as many times as a yo-yo. Again, the crowd rising in support. Hamels reading the signs. The left-hander's ready. Correa on the move. Payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. And they're now 2 aboard for Colby Rasmus. And Cole Hamels really wanted that one. Mike Maddox out to the mound now with 2 on and 2 out. Hamels taking a couple of steps toward the Ranger dugout in hopes that Jerry Davis would ring up that right hand. And Davis restrained himself. For Hamels, that is the first walk he has issued tonight. He does have a couple of hit batters. With the first free pass, Keone Kellett in that Ranger bullpen. Looks like he is just about ready if needed. Rasmus coming to the plate. Had a single to center field his last time up. Got jammed and hit a little flare that fell in the shallow center. He's got Correa at second. VR at first. Top of the 7th inning with the Rangers leading 3-2. Hamel a check to the runners. And he misses low and inside for ball 1.
Now this is Cole's guy to get right here. If he doesn't get him with Keller warmed up, he may not face Gaddis.
And Rasmus is going to have to get some new lumber. Kind of music to my ears, but that broken bat not going to help things too much.
No. Music to the ears of Louisville Slugger, if that's what he's using.
A 1 ball and 1 strike. Rangers captain on his feet. Good to see the captain out here with his red on. 1-1. Rhythmic clapping getting going again. Hamels ready. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. Rasmus with 19 home runs, 49 driven in this year, making his 101st start for the Astros in 2015. 2-1. Throw down to second. Yeah, Elvis not going to let that ball get by him. A called strike evens the count now at 2-2. And with 2 strikes, again, the crowd rising to their feet. Correa at second, VR at first. Hamels ready.
Boy, they're just getting a piece of it. He's making some great pitches, but they're hanging in there.
And the result of all these foul balls, Cole Hamels now up to 111 pitches. Ranger infield, shading around to the right for Rasmus. Outside, 3-2. Oh, with 2 outs now, both Correa and VR have the advantage of a running start. If Rasmus extends this inning, Evan Gattis, the DH, is next. Hamels okays the sign. Runners on the move, the payoff pitch. Ripped. Moreland has to go off his chest into right field. 1 run is home. Stopping at third is VR. And Rasmus, with the base hit, has tied this ball game at 3. Correa scored. On to third goes VR. Runners at first and third for Gattis. And we have a brand new ball game.
Well, Mitch did everything he could. He blocked the ball. Well, this is a rope. Pitch in the middle of the plate. Good swing by Rasmus. Mitch did whatever he could to keep it in front of him and maybe get the out. It just hit too hard, took too big a hop. Any way he could have, he would have caught that or blocked it.
So, with runners at first and third now, a 3-3 game, and Jeff Bannister has decided to let Cole Hamels go ahead and pitch to Evan Gattis. Yes, Keone Kela ready in the bullpen if he had wanted to go that way. Gattis tonight is 1 for 3. Last time up, he singled sharply to right field. And very much like Jose Altuve did in the 5th inning, Jonathan VR coming down that line from third. Now Hamels ready. First pitch coming to Gattis. Playable out into left center field. Delino to Shields making the call on the catch, and that will do it. But the Astros come back to tie the ball game. They get a run on 2 hits and lead 2. We'll take the stretch here at Globe Life Park. The Rangers 3 and the Astros 3. selection is from Sherry. Sherry, thank you very much. We appreciate that. And if you folks would like to send your photo in, just use hashtag Southwest Data Strong Fan, and your photo might be selected to be aired during one of our upcoming broadcasts, the way that Sherry's was. All this brought to you by T-Mobile. Well, the Astros have come back to tie things up. Rangers come to bat now in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rougned Odor, Chris Jimenez, and Delino DeShields to face Scott Kazmir. Odor, 1 out of 2 with an RBI double. He takes strike 1. Odor now 4 out of 13 on this homestand with a couple of doubles. He has driven in 5. This is the 4th game of this homestand. Rougned getting that RBI total up. He's now up to 52. Kazmir to the line for the 1-1 pitch. Pulled hard but foul. 1-2. Odor coming into play tonight had 16 career RBI against the Houston Astros. Now it's 17. That's the most he has had against any opposing team. Correa, the shortstop, playing on the first base side of second. Throws out Odor. 1 gone. Chris Jimenez will be next. We'll take you back to the Odor double we were talking about. Tom, a pretty good relay setup.
It is, and Marisnik has an excellent arm, and that's why Correa doesn't have to go out that far to get the relay throw. So when Correa gets the perfect throw from Marisnik, he's in excellent position to make the throw home. The throw is offline, but it gets there quickly enough that the catcher Conger still has time to make the tag. So even though the throw from Correa was not accurate, they got the relay there so quickly, it still was, it turned into an out.
Correa comes in and short hops the ball, and instead of getting up, decided, I'll throw from down here as long as I'm already down. I'm on one knee.
Yeah, he made the choice to, rather than lay back and worry about the hop, to try to catch it in the air. Couldn't quite do it, but didn't cost him anything. Still made the play. Another ball in on the fist, jamming a hitter.
Watching that in slow motion, that looked a lot more difficult than it did in normal speed. Here's Delino, and first ball swinging, pops it straight up. Conger off of the mask, coming back, the wind pushing it back and out of his reach. Conger running out of room at the same time the ball got there. Said, uh-oh, oh no, I'm not in a good place. Now you get that wind coming in from center field, and the ball up there like that is going to have the wind play its full effect on it. Conger used to having the ball come back to him a little bit, which backspin will do, but not that time. 0-1 to Delino. DeShields had a solid base hit to left field his last time up. 1 for 3. Kazmir back to him, missed with the off-speed pitch. Well, Delino now with that base hit has at least a hit in each of his last 3 ball games. Starting to cobble together a little bit of a streak. 1-2. He was trying to cobble together a long home run with that swing.
His last time up, he hit the ball hard in the left field for a base hit. Probably right on a good part of the bat. One of the harder hit balls today. That's the one he needs to get up in the air. But you got to get a better pitch to do it with.
Got him swinging. Kazmir slicing and dicing here tonight, and he is now struck out 4 Rangers this evening. We're going on to the 8th inning. It remains the Rangers 3 and the Astros 3 on Fox Sports Southwest.
impressive fan of the game. It's got to be Steve and Michelle. Just got married on Saturday, came to the Ranger game yesterday, saw him win back tonight. Steve, why? Why the ballpark?
Because we love the Rangers. We've been following them since '85.
There we go. Well, congratulations. Here's the back. Way to go, buddy. Any big plans afterwards?
Hey, we're just going to get it done, and we're going back and celebrate at our place Rangers victory.
With the big hoedown. Hi, George.
There you go.
Hi, George. Hi, Rowdy.
There we go. Congratulations. Big hoedown, Buzz.
That guy behind him looked like one of those rubber toys you used to squeeze and the eyes popped out, the ears popped out. Kids today wouldn't remember what those things look like. I haven't seen one of those in 40 years, I don't think. I don't know. Probably wouldn't never thought of one if I didn't see that guy.
Used to come along with a sponsored TV dinner. Jake Diekman.
That's right. I used to play with it watching TV and Swanson dinner. You're right.
Jake Diekman has taken over for Cole Hamels. And Diekman fires strike one. Diekman facing the bottom third of the Houston order here. Conger, Valbuena, and Marisnik. A 3-3 ball game. Pitch high and away. Diekman now working in his third consecutive game. He's worked an inning in each of the last two nights, or yesterday afternoon, I should say, and then Saturday night, both against Oakland. Misses outside, 2 balls and a strike to Conger. Conger 0 for 3, grounded into a double play his last time up. Facing the 28-year-old left-hander from Nebraska, Jake Diekman. To right field. Chu retreating a bit. One gone. Now Luis Valbuena will be next, but first we're going to send it over to Dana Larson for a Mazda game break. All right, Dana, thank you. Luis Valbuena takes strike one. Valbuena hit by a pitch his last time up. He has lined to third and popped to short. Cole Hamels, 7 innings of work tonight. 7 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He will not get a decision this evening. Giving way to Jake Diekman here. So the game in the hands of the Ranger bullpen now. And the Ranger bullpen has been good. Very good. Diekman's 0-2. Slapped out of play. And Keone Kela, part of that lockdown bullpen, back up and throwing. Ranger bullpen in 15 games, going back to the last 4 days of August, have an ERA of 2.21. That's the lowest in the American League in that time. Valbuena knocked some of his teammates off their top step run. Look at that.
You know, in the old days, Buzz, they didn't have those screens out in front of the dugout.
No.
So, number one, no one's standing up on the top step like that. More guys are sitting down. Some guys are maybe sitting on the steps. Boy, those balls used to shoot into the dugout, and you had to be aware of that.
Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Valbuena stepping back in. Diekman with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Valbuena, I don't know how in the world he got a piece of that pitch. Just barely fouling it off. Diekman yesterday came in his 1 inning and had 3 strikeouts. Also had a hit batter. But, Jake now 16 strikeouts in his 16 1/3 innings of work since coming over from Philadelphia along with Cole Hamels. The left-hander again is set. And Valbuena rips one foul down the right side.
I'd give Valbuena turned on that pitch, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. He ripped it down the right field line. Might be a little susceptible to a slider, maybe something off speed. He was ready for that fastball.
Yeah, anything other than an inside fastball, I think we might get him.
Yeah.
That inside fastball is not going to work. Not when it's on the plate. Another 1-2 pitch.
Yeah, that's something other than
Sitting down there. 2 gone. Diekman with a punch out, and now Jake Marisnick. Buena's heart might have been in that, but his posterior wasn't.
It wasn't. His best shot was for that ball to stay fair that he hit down the right field line. When that went foul, it was pretty much over for him.
Marisnick 1 for 3 tonight. Had that 5th inning double. Scored the 2nd Houston run. 1 ball, no strikes. Marisnick a .236 average as he faces Jake Diekman. 1-1. That double that Marisnick had snapped an 0 for 9 that he had been struggling through. And Diekman coming inside with the fastball, just missed. 2-1. Saw the action out in the Astros bullpen. Perez and Harris, lefty-righty combination. 2-1 pitch. That'll even the count. Well, again, the crowd starting their rhythmic clapping, now standing here in the 8th inning. Trying to help Jake Diekman and the Rangers put a capper on this 8th inning for the Astros. Three and 2. If Marisnick is able to reach with 2 outs, George Springer, the leadoff man, waiting in that on-deck circle. Diekman's payoff pitch. Lost him. Well, Marisnick on for the 2nd time tonight. And the walk puts the go-ahead run at first with 2 outs, and it also brings Jeff Bannister out of the Ranger dugout. So it looks like Jake Diekman will give way to Keone Kela. And the call has gone out for the hard-throwing right-hander. So Diekman leaves with a runner on base, his responsibility. 2 outs, a 3-3 ball game. Pitching change underway here at Globe Life Park. We'll take a timeout. We're back right after this. Available now, and you can catch all of the action at Globe Life Park next year. Plus, if you place an deposit now, you can guarantee yourself a seat for any 2015 postseason games. Just visit TexasRangers.com/seasons to place your deposit today. Now, Keone Kela, the 22-year-old right-hander, on now to face George Springer. And Springer, swinging fastball, got the breaking ball instead.
That's a good pitch. A lot of these Astro hitters appear to be first ball, fastball hitters. A lot of hitters are, period. And you can start them off with a pitch like that in a game situation where he's trying to drive a ball. A lot of times that's what's going to happen. But you can't hang it, and he didn't.
0-1 pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Saw the numbers for Keone Kela, his 63rd appearance of the year. Saw him yesterday afternoon, worked 2/3 of an inning. A lot of hit, but that was it. Struck out 2. 64 strikeouts now for Kela in his 55 2/3 innings. Ranger bullpen has become a power bullpen. They've upped their strikeout totals of late. They're now averaging almost 11 strikeouts per 9 innings in the month of September. 10.7 to be exact. That's the highest average among the American League clubs, and it's 3rd highest in the major leagues. Or 1-2 the count to George Springer. Springer 0 for 4 tonight with an RBI on a fielder's choice. Marisnik on the move. The pitch is in the dirt. That's going to be a stolen base for Marisnik. That is his 19th of the year. Puts him in scoring position for Springer. That kind of jump there. Chris Jimenez has had no shot at him anyway. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jimenez going through the series of signs. Keone agrees. Tried the breaking ball, couldn't get Springer to offer at it. It's a full count.
That's a tough pitch. It was a good pitch. We talked about Springer. Springer will strike out a little bit. Could have been called a strike. Breaking ball breaking straight down like that. But Springer's also pretty good eye at the plate. Pretty discerning hitter.
Tell you what happened is that Jimenez got crossed up and raised up a little bit. And blocked the umpire. That pitch is high, ball 4, and it brings up Altuve.
Well, that's a high pitch that could have gone as a strike. It was called a ball.
That last pitch, yeah, right at the top of the strike zone. Yeah. The one before at the bottom, the breaking ball, and ball was coming to Jimenez, and Chris started to raise up as if he thought it was going to be a fastball, then settled back down once he recognized breaking ball, and that little rise up, I think, blocked Jerry Davis' view of it. And if an umpire doesn't have a good view of the pitch, he's not going to call it a strike. Get another look at it. Looked like maybe he wasn't crossed up. Maybe he was just going down, but he raised up as he went down to get in that blocking position. And that might have just thrown Jerry Davis off enough, at least his vantage point, that he wasn't going to call that a strike. In any event, Springer draws the walk. Now 1st and 2nd. And you've got Jose Altuve, who is a .314 hitter at the plate. Altuve, the best hitter on the Astros club. And Kela do a little spin around to check Marisnik at second. Altuve tonight with a home run and a single. He is 2 for 4. And that ball in the dirt, nice job by Keone Kela to keep that in front of him. Altuve 0 for 2 in previous matchups against Kela. Top of the 8th inning, a 3-3 ball game. Astros with runners at 1st and 2nd. Altuve in these situations this year, a .295 hitter. 1-0 pitch. 2-0. Boy, now if you have something else other than a fastball you can throw for a strike, I would suggest that. And Keone, he has worked in the changeup a little bit, but that curveball has been the off-speed pitch that he has most used. See if they decide to go with that on 2-0. This is high. 3 balls, no strikes. And Chris Gimenez walking the ball halfway back to the mound, and Kela meets him halfway. 3-0 to Altuve. If Altuve reaches, you have the shortstop Carlos Correa. Springer at first, trailing Jake Marisnick at second. Kela's 3-0 pitch. Inside corner.
That pitch is a worse pitch than strike 3 to Springer.
Altuve back in. Lightning quick hands. That bat poised. Kela's 3-1 to him. To left field. Carrying out toward Drew Stubbs, who makes the catch. And Keone Kela fired up about that as he struts off the mound. No runs, no hits, 2 left. After 7.5, Rangers 3, Astros 3.
In Arlington as we head to the bottom of the 8th. This the first of a 4-game series between the Astros and the Rangers. Game 2 tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on Fox Sports Southwest. There you see a couple of the hot-hitting principals in this one. Is that all he has? 176 hits. It feels like Jose Altuve has about 343 hits this season. Rougned Odor with a .341 average in his last 6 against the Astros. Should be a good one tomorrow evening here at Globe Life Park. 7 o'clock first pitch. Thanks to the folks at AT&T U-verse for bringing us all the good stuff and getting us ready for Game 2, fellas.
All right, Emily. Oliver Perez, the veteran left-hander. He's a 34-year-old out of Culiacan, Mexico. And he is appearing in his 11th game for the Astros. Came over from the Diamondbacks about the trade deadline.
Thought he was going to pick someone off second base.
Yeah. He's added a lot to his...
That's a little new, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing that.
We saw him with Seattle last year, prior to going over to Arizona. It must have been the year before, I guess. And he had a little bit of that going, but it wasn't every pitch.
No, there you go.
Here.
Wasn't every pitch that time either.
VR at third has that off the bat of Chu across the diamond for out number 1.
It varies the look, that's for sure.
Well, one gone. A.J. Hitch is going out, and apparently that was just a one-hitter assignment for Perez.
He's only going to face one hitter. He had to get that move in there at least once anyway.
You got to take it to the mound with you. Yeah, that one time. So Beltre will not face Perez. He has gone after one hitter, a third of an inning in the books. Pitching change underway again here at Globe Life Park. We'll be back right after this on Fox Sports Southwest. The blue out here and the red out Globe Life Park. Not many fans, though, seeing a pretty good ball game now that we've settled into it. Will Harris has come out of the Astros bullpen to take over after Oliver Perez got Shin-Soo Choo to start the 8th inning. Will Harris, 58 appearances now, and a 1.42 ERA. He has been outstanding. 63 in the third innings of work. That's the most coming out of the Astros bullpen. He will face Adrian Beltre with the bases empty. 1 ball and no strikes. And Harris this year has struck out 60 in those 63 innings. He's working on that ERA, that 1.42, that would be the lowest by an Astros reliever in franchise history. And Beltre bangs one to left field for a 1-out single. And Harris got that pitch up, and Adrian said, "Thank you very much." His first hit of the night. 1 on with 1 out. And Prince Fielder coming up.
Harris does not give up a lot of hits, but he's going to give up a lot of hits with that location. Only a 163 opponent's average, only giving up 36 hits in 63 innings. He's not a flamethrower, but he cuts his fastball and throws it in good locations generally, and is very tough to hit. Has given up 6 home runs, though.
Well, here's my candidate for the home run.
Yes, sir.
Prince Fielder singled his last time up. He is 1 for 3 tonight. He has scored twice. Takes the pitch a little bit up for ball 1. And for Harris, that cut fastball is his mainstay. He throws that about 80% of the time, if not more. Also mix in a pretty hard curveball. 1-0 pitch to Fielder. A ball and a strike. Prince's single went to center field. Also reached on an error and scored in that second inning. Fielder's average now at 307, exactly where he began the night. 2 balls and a strike. Harris took a loss in his last outing. That was on Saturday night out in Anaheim. Gave up a game-winning home run to C.J. Cron. And he misses outside here. 3-1. Tony Sipp, the veteran left-hander, getting ready in the bullpen. So Brent stepping back in. He has a great hitter's count. 3 balls and 1 strike. Beltre at first. A 3-3 ball game in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-2.
That pitch was not even close to being as good a pitch as the one Springer got a ball on. There's no way that thing should be called a strike. Barely high enough. And off the plate. Well, what a difference. 2 men on, 1 out. Well, maybe he'll hit a home run. It'd be good that he did call it a strike.
Payoff pitch. Beltre on the move. Driven to center field. That ball is hit well. Marishnik back at the wall. Goodbye.
Man, what a good call on that strike by Jerry Davis.
Prince Fielder to dead center field. His 19th home run of the year. The Rangers lead it 5-3.
Harris hasn't given up much, but he came in and gave up a base hit and a home run. ERA's gone up. Opponent's batting average has gone up. He's given up 7 home runs instead of 6 now.
Oh, the big man left the ballpark to dead center field. Prince Fielder, a 2-run blast. Rangers with a 2-run advantage. 408 feet. The estimate, and Drew Stubbs, the next hitter, fouling it off. 0-2.
Well, he's throwing 2 pitches there right in the middle of the plate. Beltre ripped one to left for a base hit, and Prince hit it out of the ballpark. A guy with stuff that's very tough to hit, but not when it's located over the center of the plate.
There's that curveball from Harris. Well, Prince Fielder, his first home run since the San Diego series. And they both have gone to center field.
Yeah, they have. Boy, that ball's a little closer. Marishnik gave it a great shot. He was up over the fence.
1-2 pitch. 2-2. Now the red is getting loud. Elvis getting happy.
You know, as we were talking about, the middle of the order needs to get hot at the same time, and there you go, Beltre and Fielder.
How about that?
They listen to you.
And Stubbs gone on strikes for out number 2.
Now batting first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
And to bring up Mitch Moreland. Prince Fielder, and he has been, for him, in a slump that probably feels like 3 months instead of 1 month. He just kept plugging away, though. He's been getting on base, even though the batting average hasn't been where he wants it. He's still been getting walks and etc., getting on base. Well, that's going to do it for Will Harris. A.J. Hitch out to take the ball from him. Got Mitch Moreland coming up, bases empty and 2 outs. Prince Fielder has given the Rangers the lead. We'll take a timeout. Tell you about the new pitcher, Tony Sipp, when we come back right after this. AT&T U-verse rewind will take you back to Mitch Moreland with a runner on base in the 6th inning against Scott Kazmir, going the other way with the 20th home run of the year. And that gave the Rangers a 1-run lead at that point. Astros came back to tie it, but then Prince Fielder took Will Harris deep to center field with Adrian Beltre aboard, and the Rangers lead it 5-3 as Tony Sipp has come on to face Mitch Moreland. Sipp in his 52nd game of the year for the Astros, a .201 opponent's batting average. The veteran left-hander has been very, very good. He has not allowed a run in his last 18 appearances. And Mitch trying to check his swing, couldn't do it. It is strike one. So the hits are even at 7 tonight. The Rangers, however, have had a couple of home runs. They have both been 2-run blasts, Moreland and Fielder. Well, they lead it 5-3.
That's interesting in this game, Buzz, that the Rangers would have the two-run homers and have the lead in the game against the Astros, who pretty much have lived and died by the long ball this year.
No, you're right.
And they have hit a home run of their own. The Rangers' home runs have accounted for more.
Mitch taking that breaking ball, and it's 1-2. You saw Sean Tollison in that Ranger bullpen. He will be coming on unless the Rangers just go completely crazy here with 2 outs. Not unheard of.
Nope.
Sipp ready, Moreland waiting. The 1-2 pitch. Mitch, other than the 2-run home run tonight, has grounded to second and struck out. All 3 of his at-bats coming against the starter, Scott Kazmir. Moreland, a .287 average as Sipp is ready to work to him. And Mitch pulls it down the right field line, a fair ball. It is in the corner, rattling around, and Moreland into second with his 2nd extra base hit of the night. He just reached out and hooked that ball into the right field corner for his 24th double of the year.
Well, Jeff Bannister has played Mike Napoli in left field the last 2 games, trying to get not trying, but getting Mitch's bat into the lineup. And tonight, Mitch has rewarded that decision with a 2-run homer and a double against left-handed pitching. It was tough not to have one of your best offensive threats sitting on the bench.
Well, Mitch, 2 for 4 now with a double and a 2-run home run. Has himself in scoring position. Elvis Andrus coming up. Elvis tonight 0 for 3. He has popped out, grounded out, and flied out. Little check swing foul, and that foul tip got a pretty good piece of Hank Conger.
Boy, if that ball goes fair back to the mound, that's when you don't want to run. You want to run into the clubhouse, take a shower, and go home. That's the most frustrating feeling in the world. Check swing on a changeup and tap it back to the mound.
Elvis with that .257 average, stepping back in, trying to pick up Moreland from second. Facing the veteran left-hander Tony Sipp. To center field, Marista got a great jump on it, going back, and makes a nice running catch. Again, Elvis hit it right on the nose and comes up empty. But Prince Fielder gets the Rangers out in front with his 19th home run of the year to center field. Adrian Beltre aboard. We'll go to the ninth. It's Tiley time at Globe Life Park. Rangers on top 5-3.
right there, Prince Fielder. The Rangers head into the 9th inning with a 2-run lead. 5-3 is their lead at the moment. Dana Larson here reminding you we've got Rangers Live, the post-game edition coming up, and wow, what a game we have had already. Glad to have Mac and Pudge here with me to break down the key moments in this game, which have included some unusual ones and some unbelievable ones as well. We'll hear from the manager, the key players, and also talk about Derek Holland getting moved up to make the start in Game 2 tomorrow. So we've got a lot to get to. It's coming your way right after the game, but now we'll get it back across the way to Buzz and Tom, guys.
All right, Dana, thank you very much. And we head to the 9th inning, and here is Sean Tolleson facing Carlos Correa. The first pitch is chop foul. So Sean Tolleson, the Ranger closer, on for his 65th appearance.
Well, one thing is that happened, we mentioned, Buzz, in the last inning, that even though the inning was prolonged, Springer and Altuve have both hit, and they're two of the better on-base percentage guys for the Astros. Not that you don't face good hitters here in the 9th inning, but not quite the same if it's the leadoff man leading off the inning.
And Correa taking that pitch just off the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Correa has had a base hit in 4 trips. Tolleson has not faced Correa in the regular season. 2-1 now the count. Tolle picked up his 31st save last time out. That was in Seattle. That was the second game in Seattle. Tolleson a clean 1-2-3 inning with a couple of strikeouts. 31 out of 33 this year. 2-1 pitch. That will even the count. Correa, then Villar, and Colby Rasmus. First 3 scheduled hitters for the Astros here in the 9th inning. Tolleson ready. The 2-2. Line to center field, a base hit for Correa. No, a leadoff single, and that means the Astros now will have the tying run coming to the plate. Jonathan Villar will stay in the ballgame, and he will take this at bat.
Well, he got the ball in on his fists, and Correa, nice job of hitting. Kept his hands in close to his body and rifled that ball into center field.
Well, once again, the hits are even 8 apiece this time. Villar 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly ball to right field. He takes a knee-high strike. It is 0-1. Villar facing Sean Tolleson. Tolleson with 5 days off since his last appearance. This has been his longest break since the All-Star break. He's been accustomed to working pretty frequently, racking up saves almost every time out there. Chopper slowly hit to Odor. He makes the tag. The flip to first in time.
Well done.
And they're going to say Correa was outside the baseline to avoid the tag. And Odor, very wisely, after he was avoided by Correa, tossed it on to first. And that is a huge play by the young second baseman.
Sure was. He was in position to make the tag, knew exactly what to do with the ball, and didn't waste any time getting it to first base to get Villar. Nice play.
The base is empty now. No longer is the tying run coming to the plate. Colby Rasmus up there. The base is empty. Facing Sean Tolleson. And everybody at Globe Life Park on their feet. It's a sea of red here tonight. Rasmus takes strike 1. Rasmus 1 for 2 against Tolleson. And tonight's starter, Cole Hamels, is turned in to one of the cheerleaders on the Ranger bench. Cole worked 7 innings. He will get no decision here tonight. The Rangers in line to win another one of his starts.
Boy, Cole battled tonight. He pitched threw 111 pitches, 7 innings. Got that last out with men in scoring position. He really had to battle tonight.
Astros did not make it easy on him.
No, they didn't. They took a lot of pitches.
Yep.
They fouled some really good pitches off. That was the frustrating part. He made some good pitches when he had to, and they fouled them off.
Foul back. And now Tollison has the Astros down to their last strike. Sean Tollison, the most saves in the American League since he took over as the full-time closer back on May the 20th. The second most in baseball. Mark Melanson of the Pirates has 36. The Reds standing and applauding the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. No, he did not go around. 2-2. '27-year-old right-hander Sean Tollison peering in. The Baylor X picks out a sign, and he is ready. Got him swinging. That is a winner. Sean Tollison with his 32nd save in 34 opportunities, and the Rangers come back to win the first game of this all-important 4-game series over the Houston Astros. And the lead for the Astros now in the AL West is down to a 1/2 game. And the Rangers and Astros are tied in the loss column. Now the Rangers, on the strength of a pair of 2-run home runs tonight, defeat the Astros at their own game. The long ball doing it for Texas. Mitch Moreland with a 2-run blast. And then Prince Fielder broke a 3-3 ball game, a 3-3 tie with his 19th home run of the year, a 2-run shot. And up to date now, the Astros and the Rangers, they are almost neck and neck at the top of that Western Division. 67 losses apiece. The Astros have played and won one more game than the Rangers. Now, the Rangers as close as they have been in the Western Division since back in mid-April. As Sean Tollison went upstairs to Colby Rasmus, got the strikeout, and the Rangers get the W. Sean Tollison, his 32nd save of the year. Keone Kela gets the win in relief. And the Rangers get a very important W for themselves. Let's go down to the field. Emily Jones has Prince Fielder standing by.
Prince Fielder, take me through the at-bat there in the 8th. Boom, I baited you good.
That was cool, you did. No, I was just trying to get a good pitch to hit. He made a couple, good pitches there to get the 3-2, and I was just trying to see a good pitch and put a good swing on it.
A big one for you guys. Talk about starting this, starting this series out with a win in the opener.
Oh, it's always good, especially, to get the first one. They're a great team. They're first in our division, so, it's good to get this one, first game, and hopefully we can get the one tomorrow.
You've had such a consistent season. I know you want the power, though. Has it been hard to be patient, and when you see it pay off tonight, how does that feel?
Oh, it feels great. I just, trying to get my work in, and just like I said, trying to square the ball up, because, when you square it up, you got a chance. So that's just been my, been my plan.
Offensively, for you guys as a lineup top to bottom, do you feel like that's starting to come together?
For sure, yes.
How important are you and Adrian in there? I mean, not everything, but how important are the two of you?
We're very important. I mean, obviously, we're the run producers of the team, so it's not only not necessarily we have to get hits, but work the walks, try to keep the line moving.
Pretty nice little atmosphere out here tonight too, huh?
It was good.
What was it like for you guys in the dugout?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I mean, especially in these games, you got to have fun. You can't be too stressed out, or else it'll kill you. So you got to try to have as much fun as you can.
Boom. Up top. Guys, we'll send it back up to you.
All right, Ed, thank you very much. Well, Prince Fielder did indeed go boom tonight. His 19th home run of the year, a game winner in the 8th inning. The Rangers win it 5-3. We'll come back to Globe Life Park with more right after this.